Massive changes are coming to the UK immigration system. And if you're an immigrant, a worker, a student, or an employer, this could affect you. The UK government has just updated the immigration rules. And in today's video, I will explain everything you need to know. What's happening, what's changing, who is affected, and how can you prepare? Let's dive right into it. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mary Amafili and welcome to Mary's Space. So what is happening, guys? What is the big change? On March 12, 2025, the UK Parliament introduced new immigration rules through an official statement of changes in immigration. Now, if that sounds complicated, don't worry. I will break it all down in simpler terms for you. These changes target several visa categories, from skilled work visas to health and care visas to student visas and family visas. The government says these updates will help reduce immigration numbers and prioritize UK-based workers. But how does this impact you? Let's go step by step. The key changes. Firstly, the work visa. There's going to be a higher threshold and stricter rules. The UK skilled worker visa is one of the most popular routes for migrants. But the government is now making it harder to qualify. What is changing? The minimum salary requirement has been raised significantly. If you're applying for a work visa, your job offer must now meet the higher pay threshold to be eligible. Employers must pay more to hire overseas workers. Before the change, the general salary threshold was £26,500 per year. Now we are looking at 38,700 per year. That's a 45% jump and it's a major change. What impact does this have? Many lower and mid-skilled jobs will no longer qualify for skilled worker visa. So workers will now need to find higher paying job offers or look for alternative visa routes. Employers may struggle to hire foreign workers unless they increase salaries. Secondly, health and care visa now has a tougher rules for healthcare workers. The healthcare workers make up one of the largest group of migrants in the UK, but now getting a job in the NHS or care sector is going to be much more harder. What is changing? Care companies and NHS employers must now prove that they cannot find a UK-based worker before hiring from abroad. The government is limiting the number of overseas workers in care sector. Yeah. Family members of care workers may no longer be eligible for dependent visas. Why is this happening? The government says the care sector has become too dependent on overseas workers. They want to push UK-based workers into these jobs instead. What impact does this have? If you're a nurse, a doctor, or a care worker, your visa sponsorship might become much more difficult to get. Care homes may struggle to recruit enough staff, which in turn could affect the quality of care in the UK. Yeah. Thirdly, student visas. That is, the dependent visa is banned. If you're an international student planning to study in the UK, you need to hear this. What's changing for you? Most international students will no longer be allowed to bring their spouses or children to the UK. This applies to all students except the PhD students and those on research-intensive programs. Students applying for undergraduate and most postgraduate degrees will not be able to bring their dependent to the UK anymore. The UK wants to reduce the number of family members coming on student visa. What impact does this have? If you're planning to study in the UK, you need to know this and you need to rethink your plans if you plan to bring your family members down into the UK. Universities may see a drop in international student numbers, especially from countries where students typically travel with dependents. Fourthly, family visas. Now, there is a new rule for spouses. The UK has also made family visa rules stricter, especially for its British citizens. That is, for spouses of British citizens. What is changing for them? The minimum income requirement to sponsor a spouse or partner is increasing. Yeah? Previously, a UK citizen had to earn at least £18,600 per annum to bring a non-UK spouse. Now, the new threshold is expected to rise significantly, potentially over £29,000. What impact does this have for them? More UK citizens may struggle to bring their spouses to the UK. Couples may need to wait longer, or they find other ways to meet their financial requirements. What now? What is the big question? Why is the UK making these changes? The UK government says changes will help control immigration, it's going to protect jobs for the UK workers, and it's going to reduce strain on public services. But many experts think and argue that these new rules could potentially hurt the UK economy. Sectors like healthcare, hospitality, and education rely on migrant workers, and these restrictions might make things worse. These changes affect you and what you need to do next. If you're planning to move to the UK, here is what you need to do now. Check if your salary meets the new skilled worker visa threshold. Secondly, if you're a healthcare worker, confirm if your employer can still sponsor you. Thirdly, if you're a student, check whether your dependent can join you. Very important. Fourthly, if you're applying for a family visa, make sure you meet the new income requirements. Okay, guys, what do you think? Are these changes fair, or do they make life harder for an immigrant? Your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. And hey, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notification for the latest UK immigration updates. Until next time, thanks and gracias.